Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Aaron the Black Dragon, or am I? And I welcome all of you to more The Shapeshifting Detective. Last episode we talked with everyone and talked as everyone again, and today we're gonna make one more sweep through everyone as Sam, see if maybe some juicy details have bubbled up since we talked with everyone, and stuff that we can talk about. And then we're gonna progress to the next chapter. So let's see. Nothing with Violet, I was kinda hopeful, but whatever. Bronwyn? Tell me about the Ouija board.
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy.
Energy?
Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy, like an electrical current that connects A to B and lights up a bulb.
Okay. Interesting, right? And that was a good talk that we had there, Rain. Lexi? Damn it, I was hopeful that Lexi would maybe have something for me. Hail a cab? Chief? Don't look at me like that. Who is Mr. Hedges?
Violet told you about Mr. Hedges?
Yes.
Mr. Hedges was one of August's homeless. Actually, probably our only homeless person. We're pretty well off here.
Is that actually his name?
No, we called him Mr. Hedges because, well, that's where we found him.
And what happened?
I asked Violet to put him up one night, and of all the nights he could have died, he croaked it at the guest house.
And then you buried him?
No, of course not. That's what Violet thinks, but I just drove him off to the morgue and had him processed. Don't tell Violet that, though. We need her on our side.
Maybe we visit Violet one more time before we... Good talk there, Oscar. Before we do anything interesting. So that's who Mr. Hedges is. Nothing. Damn it. Damn it. So we now know about a cop that Chief Dupont has placed somewhere on the property. And we know about Mr. Hedges that died in the guest house.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night.
I maybe already heard that technically.
I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bed.
Such a weird statement.
Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere.
Not
That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
About the way you talk, Poe. Next chapter. And I'm in my next chapter. Let's visit the chief.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know.
Zach was taking boudoir photos of Dorota.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then.
Maybe they were for Oscar?
Perhaps go and ask him about it?
Okay, I'm on my way. Oscar? Do you know Zach Weston? Wow, Sock.
No? Who's that?
He's a photographer.
Never heard of him.
Did Dorota show you her boudoir photos?
Her what? Boudoir photos?
Yes.
She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
No, I mean professional photos.
I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
And I set Oscar up to pay Sek a visit. Let's visit Sek ourselves.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online.
Are you Sek Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
Well, I'm working with Chief DuPont. Actually, the Shaws hired me.
The Shaws. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
No. You've never met Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
You photographed Dorota?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Okay, did you come to the studio?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
So you know where she lived?
If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time you met Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
I'll wait here.
As you can see,
Yes.
there's photos here. They're on the cello. Yeah. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
She's not looking at the camera. If you mean that, she's not looking at the camera. And there's a weird shadow there. But she's not looking at the camera. Unless that is something that you told her to do for a boudoir photo, that's a little bit weird. Also for like photos for like the newspaper. It's a little bit weird that she does not look at the camera in that case. What do you see?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
You're a liar. Did you take any other pictures of Dorota?
What do you mean?
Violet told me.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography?
Yes, I have. Does any one of you need an explanation? Look it up yourself. Yes.
Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends, I suppose.
For their partners, just stick with that. Anyway, who did Dorota get them for?
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume.
Also, important thing, you can also make boudoir photos just because you like them. You don't need to give them to anyone, they are for you. There you go. You're friends with Violet Gallagher?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
Okay, so more than friends.
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
So you're sleeping with her?
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Where were you last night?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
I do not like him. He behaves weird. Working late?
I live here, detective. Long story short, I'm divorced. My wife got the house, my business is all I have left.
Okay. You're divorced and you live now in your workspace. Okay, Chief, do you want to know it? Don't look at me like that. Zack was in the studio last night.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
Motive?
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
Are you an artist? Or do you consider solving crimes an art? Which I wouldn't be opposed to, but still, Anyway, Violet! Let's talk about Zach Weston again.
Do we really have to?
Yes. He says you're in a relationship. He says you're sleeping together. Let's go with that, because he never mentioned a relationship, and you can't have sex without being in a relationship.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
What does he act like? Why doesn't he act like it? And what does he say? And why doesn't he act like it?
He thinks he's irresistible to women.
I got that impression as well. Is he?
No.
And that's all. Oh gosh! Hi! Why? Okay. Why? Violet? Weird kid? Okay.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Rain. So, Birmingham.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
What did the Traveller want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Okay. Tell me about the Travelers.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Okay. They come from other worlds.
Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know?
I do know about quantum physics.
There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
Okay, they can inhabit us.
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
Okay, in simple terms?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
So you think the murderer is a traveller?
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Do you know Zach Weston?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention Dorota.
Yeah, what about her?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was Dorota Shaw.
Okay, so Zach saw Dorota? Vaccine?
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Okay, so I can really not see either of them right now. In that case, let's make our rounds.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Interesting. I'm curious to see what I can figure out here. Violet? Good talking to you. Genies. Nothing with rain. There's not a lot going on here. Also genies? Are they both in room 1 right now? Huh, interesting. Anyway, hail a cab. Oscar?
Chief? Again?
Always.
Did Dorota have any online friends?
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any clubs or groups?
She helped out at a Rainbows group. I think it's like Cub Scouts for little kids. Did that with her mum. But, I don't know. Unless she was strangled by a 9-year-old.
Hey, we don't know. Zach?
Hello. I know you.
Hopefully you do.
You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met her? The scholarship to Juilliard?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Was that the first time you met her?
Let's have it like this.
As far as I know. I meet a lot of people through work. Some are more memorable than others. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me.
When was this?
A few weeks ago.
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
It's for the case.
Of course.
Of course. Okay. So that we're not getting a lot in this chapter. Violet, next is your face.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Let's see. Bronman? Cannot go in there. So I will check them, but I'm pretty sure I cannot see Bronman and Lexi. Also nothing with you. Yet this chapter is really not giving me a lot. Huh. Except for the girl. Cannot talk to the chief this time around. Oscar? Zach.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota?
I can bluff.
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping with her?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
Liar.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Let's bluff.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Okay, damn it. Did not really get a lot of that. Okay. Not really a lot that I can do. Let's become Rain. It cannot become Dorota Lex as well.
I'm Rain.
Really interesting. Let's make around as Rain. Hi there, Violet.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents die?
I mean, we are the kind of person right now that would ask that.
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
Your dad or the freezer? Okay, I'm also getting really weird vibes about Violet. Nothing there. I would have hoped that maybe Rain would at least get something from them. But that was too much to hope for. Let's hail a cab. Chief? Nothing. There's also no reason for you to see Oscar, and probably also no reason for you to see Zach.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
Sure!
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
What just happened? Did I forget that they know each other for some reason? That was weird.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
That means I get something out of Zach and Rain in this case.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota. Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me.
Don't play games with me, Zach. You know how insecure I get.
Poor Violet, I guess.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Yeah, I said I'm getting weird vibes from Violet, and I'm sticking by that. Violet gives me some really weird vibes as well. So it's Rain, Violet, and Zach. But Zach, I think, is just written to give you weird vibes.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Cannot talk to Rain. I wish I could have talked more with you. Rain. Sailor Cap. No reason to talk to the chief. No reason to talk to Oscar. I wonder what they talked about. We only have Oscar left.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
No, let's find out, Oscar. Let's find out if there is anything else we can do. Nothing with Violet. Probably nothing with Dorota and Lexi. Wow, this looks like this is gonna be an empty round for you, Oscar. Nobody in the guest house for you right now. Yeah, the cap, Chief?
Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Nothing happened.
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there anything else I can do?
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Yes.
Capiche?
Capiche?
It's language. That makes me look cool. You can go now.
It was interesting. So, Oscar is speeding tickets. Interesting. Well, except for that little tidbit that we just learned about Oscar, there was nothing else of interest. Let's return to Sam. And have one last go through everyone. And that would end everything. Hi Violet, how you doing? Nothing new. Probably still nothing with those. Yeah, but just checking at this point. Sex trying to hide something he said to... Sex trying to hide something he said to you yesterday?
I bet he is. It was that thing I told you about Dorota. I mean, I didn't know it was her then. He wanted to show me these explicit photos of her, but I refused. And that's when he told me about her being alone on Mondays. I wonder who else he told that to.
Okay. So Rain, who I thought at the very beginning was behaving really suspicious, knew that Dorota was alone on Mondays from Zack. So these two are prime suspects for me right now. I'm sorry, Rain, but you behaved so weirdly. Also with the fact that you prayed and not even the rest of the tarot readers know you for praying.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion.
Okay.
Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
The last bit was super unnecessary. I'm gonna keep investigating because I wanna pay those three one more visit and then we're gonna end this episode and jump into the next chapter next time. Just could recap with you. Nothing here. Rain says you've met.
Rain. Yes, the tower reader. Delightful fella, but I couldn't offer him anything. He asked if he could do readings for my customers while they waited. Can't have that really, it's retail ambush.
Did he do a reading for you?
He offered, but I declined. There's no such thing as fate, detective. If there was, you could stop investigating right now. If you're supposed to find a killer, you will. Why put in the effort?
It could also be that I'm not fated to find the killer, so I still have to try, buddy. Fate can suck it. I don't believe in that. as they sing Xenoblade Chronicles, we are making our own fate. Anyway, well, we're having a ride of a lifetime. I'm going to end this here. Next time, we're gonna jump into the next chapter and see if we cannot find out more about the murder of Dorota Shaw. Keep your notepads handy, because this seems to be getting to an end pretty soon. See you then. Bye.